Hello indie game fan! Yo! April is jam-packed with games in my favourite genres, so let's begin with the very unique Greedventory, a pixel art action roguelite where the action occurs in real time and you control everything with your mouse cursor. It's a fast-paced game that will test your reflexes, set in a world filled with magical artifacts which are being hoarded by an ancient brotherhood. Our hero will need to collect weapons and armor and imbue them with ancient magic to survive against the endless hordes of enemies, being one of the standout roguelites in recent memory. If you're into tactical roguelites, then you need to check out Ash of Gods The Way. It's a spin-off of Ash of Gods Redemption from 2018, which impressed with its visuals and adaptive storytelling, where this new game adds a deck-building twist, letting you experiment with different warrior, equipment and spell combinations as you lead your group through major tournaments. Each battle presents new challenges and objectives, so it's definitely one to watch, where they even released a free prologue demo that has been super well received. Another game that I've got my eye on is Spiritfall, a roguelite platformer that is heavily influenced by platform fighters like Smash Bros, which directly translates into the side-scrolling action. You adventure through different locations using powerful weapons and abilities and experiment with different builds. As with modern roguelites, death is only temporary and you gain meta currency to progress from run to run, which will keep you playing. If you're a fan of roguelites like me, then you definitely want to add this one to your wishlist. I was looking at older indie games the other day when doing research for the best Metroidvanias of each of the past 10 years video, where I would be remiss not to mention Hotline Miami, where 11 years after the release of that game, we have OTXO paying tribute to it. Similarly, it's a hyper-violent top-down roguelite where our protagonist enters a mysterious mansion in search of his lost love, where things are perhaps not as they seem, mirroring some of the more psychedelic aspects of its inspiration. There are over 100 abilities, a variety of guns and even bullet time, where you can also kick down doors to destroy your enemies, with the thumping soundtrack serving as an excellent backdrop to the action. If you love
Farm Simulation RPG
titles, then you might want to check out Roots of Pacha, since it's like Stardew Valley, but with a prehistoric twist. Being set at the dawn of humanity, you have to domesticate wild animals and gather wild seeds and plants to cultivate them for food. The game does also have a progression and tech tree system that will be critical to your success, as knowledge is passed down from generation to generation. Now of course, I'm sure that there are some liberties taken with the historical accuracy of this game, but it does look well made and is something different. There are also various NPCs to meet, festivals to attend, and customization options for your villager and home. Plus, it even supports multiplayer, which should be a blast if Stardew Valley's multiplayer is anything to go by.
Now we can look back at all we built and to all the moments that make this life special. We found friends, joy, and, of course, love. There's still a road to be walked, and who knows, maybe with the efforts of everyone, piece by piece, we'll build something to stand for generations.
Another game which I'm excited about is Beyond the Long Night. It has been in development for quite a while, but it looks like it will be worth the wait. While it looks like a side-scrolling platformer, your character is actually flying around on balloons, so it controls more like a twin-stick title, which is part of its uniqueness. You're exploring a dark mountain, trying to uncover the secrets of a subterranean kingdom, where somehow it is trapped in a time loop, which conveniently explains the roguelite structure of the game, where I always appreciate it when developers at least try to give some explanation for the run-based structure. There are NPCs to get to know and side quests to complete, in a, dare I say, Hades kind of way, with what looks to be some good shoot-'em-up inspired action with powerful upgrades and fun weapons, and has its share of puzzles and secrets as well. Coming to us from the developer of Curse of the Dead Gods is Ravenswatch, one that kind of looks like and appears to play very similar to their previous title, but I'm not faulting them since that game is excellent, so a little bit of a spin while retaining the core elements is not a bad business move to make. Rather than delving into ancient temples, you choose from one of several fallen heroes based on fables and legends, from Red Riding Hood to Aladdin, Beowulf to the Snow Queen, as they battle against the invading forces of the Nightmare.
Even a blown-out candle can still burn.
The character and ability variety will be key, where the dark fairy tale world should be interesting as well, and with procedural generation of levels and even co-op support for up to 4 players, has the potential to be another breakout hit.
After the end of the Great War, it came to light that atrocities were being committed, not only on the battlefields, but also beyond them. To try and stop the vile endeavor, Ordo Iridei came to being. Not all, however, are willing to be controlled.
I told you at the start of this video that April is going to be awesome, which will be in large part due to The Last Case of Benedict Fox, a grim Lovecraftian Metroidvania that explores the dark and occult side of things. Most curiously, our hero has a demon companion by his side, which allows him to explore the memories of the recently deceased, where this aspect allows for strange and otherworldly locations. There's a little bit of a Tim Burton feel to the game, where the jazzy soundtrack seems like a highlight as well. There is a central mystery to uncover, where Benedict is investigating a manor where a couple has been killed and their child missing, so there's the potential for all sorts of horrors, but the action does look good, similar to a more combat-focused title, making this of interest. Another long-in-development title that I'm happy to share is the grimdark action-adventure game named Hunt the Night, one that did give a tentative release window in March, but I didn't want to put it on last month's list, and luckily was proven right since it got pushed to April. This is a dark fantasy entry where you play as the daughter of a traitor, being part of an order known as the Stalkers, who have to protect the world from the forces of the night. You do so by taking on various contracts and hunting down these monsters, but the almost Monster Hunter-like structure of this has me intrigued since I don't know how linear this game is. Still, you have both melee and ranged weapons at your disposal, not to mention being able to tap into your dark side and to use the powers of the night yourself. The pixel art is a highlight, getting quite a glam up from its initial showing on Kickstarter, but it really does look all kinds of awesome, so here's hoping that it lives up to the hype. And of course, this beautiful hand-drawn Metroidvania is one of the main reasons why I'm so excited for April, in which you explore a beautiful and mysterious world, encountering fierce enemies while not forgetting to take the time to admire the scenery. Interestingly, it comes to us from a team based in Shanghai, so I hope that it brings something fresh to the table in terms of the influences it draws from, when not much has been revealed about the story of Afterimage, but the combat and art looks excellent, where you can find more interesting Metroidvanias in this video.